Lloyd realized what was happening. He's using the sacred flute against his own, he whispered to himself. The generals held their ears and cried out in pain. Scales did too, but he was pretending again. He threw down his staff and pretending to faint. Bam, pow, smack. Pfeiffer quickly took down the remaining three generals. Each one dropped his staff. Bow to your master, he commanded them. The four generals all bowed. Then Pfeiffer addressed the crowd. To bow to your master, Serpentine, he cried in a booming voice. To the snake warriors, it looked like Pfeiffer had won fair and square. They all bowed respectfully. Lloyd bowed too, but when he lowered his head, his fake snake head started to slide off. When he reached up to grab it, he dropped his sack maracas. They fell with a clatter into the slaughter pit. Pfeiffer heard the noise and spun around quickly. Spike the maracas, the magenta eyes glowed with suspicion. As he looked up to the stands, Lloyd broke into a run, but the samurai next to him grabbed him by the arm and pulled him back. Lloyd's snake had glasses and fangs all fell off. The serpentine standing next to him grabbing him before he had a chance to run. Where do you think you're going? He demanded. Pfeiffer looked up in the sand, recognizing him immediately. Lloyd. Chapter 4. Back on Destiny's Bounty, the ninja sat around a tea table with Naya, complaining about the samurai. Trying to find out the samurai's identity is more of a nonsense than the snakes, Cole said. The sky's exclusive. He's like a ghost. One moment he's there, the next he's gone. Jay added, I'm starting to believe we might never catch him. Shane admit it. I think it's safe to say none of this are closer to proving we're the Green Ninja, Kai said sadly. Sensei Wu walked in smiling. It was nice to see his ninja working hard at something. Looks like our iron sharpening iron, he said. You're getting closer to your true potential. Then he looks around the table. Where is my nephew? I thought you were looking after him. I thought Cole was going to pick him up. Kai said, I went to the arcade, but he wasn't there. Cole explained. Jay was. Don't bring me into this. I babysat say yesterday. Jay said defensively. Thane was concerned. Sensei, we have not seen him. I worried but crossed Sensei Wu's face. We must find the boy. The ninja hurried back to Ninjago City and headed to the arcade. Lloyd, Kai cut out as he opened the door, but Lloyd was nowhere in sight. He was right here, Kai said, pointing to the door where he had left Lloyd. Someone must have seen him. Then Cole noticed something a security camera mounted on the light post outside the door. He took the tape from the camera and stayed quickly returned to the ship and analyzed it. It wasn't long before they spotted Lloyd in the tape, wearing a snake costume heading into the alley. There's a pipsqueak, Kai said. What is he up to? Jay wondered aloud. The ninja returned to the alleyway, saying, spotted child-sized footprints and followed them. I sense these are Lloyd's footprints, but they come to an end here. He said, "Why?" Kai pointed to the tire tracks left by the bus. "Something tells me we're going for a ride. Come on, guys." They transformed their weapons into vehicles, and they followed the tracks across the desert. Their supercharged flights were a lot faster than the bus, but the journey still took a long time. They skated to a stop when they came to the stone serpentine statues. "What is this place?" Cole asked. "Looks like Snake City." Jace guessed it. "Let's get a closer look," Kai suggested. Serpentine words guarded the city entrance so the ninja transformed their vehicles back into weapons and took the rooftops. They cautiously made their way towards the coast, jumping from building to building. When they reached the arena, they jumped down and hid behind a large stone pillar. The sight of hundreds of serpentine were gathered together was truly amazing. It appears Piper was successfully united the tribes, Jisan remarked. "Why didn't we get an invitation? My feelings are hurt." Jay's joke. "There's Lloyd," Kai cried, pointing. Poor Lloyd was trapped in a black metal cage hanging from the statue of the great devourer, and looked at who were they worship. Jay said, pointing to the evil-looking giant statue. "Let me guess, the giant devourer," Cole said grimly. "All the more reason to get Lloyd out of here," Kai said with determination. He drew the sword of fire. "This comes to an end today." Cole, Sane, and Jay all unleashed their weapons. They charged into the arena as a team. Clank! A metal cage dropped from above, trapping them. Their weapons flew out of their hands and landed just out of reach. Piper slithered up to them with a pleased look on his face. "Looks like we've got the main event," he said, licking his lips. The ninja were helpless to fight back as a group of sword-wielding snake warriors surrounded them. The cage rose up, and the soldiers marched them into the slippery pit. "Main event. What do you think he meant by main event?" Jay asked. "I have a feeling we're the main event," Kai told him. Cole looked around at hundreds of cheering serpentine, or the main course he cried. "Don't worry," Kai said in a panicked voice. "The samurai could still come around to save us." Then Piper made an announcement from his perch underneath the statue of the great Nefertari. "You say you want a battle, and I give you one," he cried. "I give you Ninja Bearers Samurai." Chapter 5. The ninja gasped as the gate opened up into the wall across from them. The samurai marched out wearing his metal suit. Heavy chains around his robot's wrists kept him tied to the gate. Two serpentine warriors released the chains and the samurai stomped forward. "What?" Jay said angrily. "We have to fight the samurai, but we don't even have our golden weapons, and he has that hulking thing of armor. It's not fair." Common Piper had no interest in a fair fight. "I want to see once and for all who is the greatest hero," he announced. "Is it samurai or ninja? Only the victor will be allowed to leave." Jay nodded to his friends. "Stay together. Perhaps He can join her team to fight our way out, Shane said. After all, he hates the Serpentine too. The samurai shot a spinning metal disc right at the ninja. They had to jump in different directions to dodge it. Scratch that, Cole said. He is not on our team. The samurai buried forward and swung as a samurai with his huge robot hand. Sane, Cole, and Kai dodged out of the way, and Jay expertly flipped over the hand, avoiding the blow. The four ninjas regrouped, forming a defensive line. The samurai sent another metal disc spinning around towards them. Coulson and Kai scattered, and Jay ducked as the disc soared over his head. "Haha, miss me," he cried, "but blades boomeranged back and struck the back of his helmet. "Ow," Jay yelled, and the Serpentine chilled. His friends ran up to him. Then the samurai drew a huge silver sword. He jumped high in the air and brought the swords down on the ninja. Once again, they had to jump and flip to dodge the attack. Tornado of creation. Sane asked when they were back on their feet. The other ninja nodded. This spinjitzu move was nearly impossible to beat because it involved all four of their powers. Earth, Cole cried, becoming a spinning whirlwind. Fire, yelled Kai as he created his Spinjitzu tornado. Ice, cried Sane. Lightning, yelled Jay. The four separate tornadoes sparkled with energy as they spun around the slifter pit. Fearful of what was about to happen, the samurai took a step backward. Ninjago! The ninjas yelled together. Then the four tornadoes collided, creating one massive whirlwind that glowed with white, blue, black, and red light. The powerful tornado sucked any loose object in the arena toward its rocks, swords, and the candy that the serpentine were eating in the stands. Once the tornado stopped spinning, the objects had been combines to create an entirely new object, a giant slingshot with a huge spiked ball nestled into the sling. The four ninja pulled back on the sling and set the spiked ball flying across the silver pit. Bam! The ball knocked into the samurai, sending him colliding into Piper and Scales. The ninja raced forwards to finish the fight, but Piper pulled a serpent-shaped lever next to him. Sharp stone spikes popped up from the arena floor, blocking the path.